Have you ever wondered why some people never seem to lose their cool, while others explode at the smallest provocation? The difference isn't talent. It's understanding what's actually happening in your brain. When confrontation hits, your amygdala hijacks your prefrontal cortex faster than you can say, "Stay calm." Your heart rate spikes, stress hormones flood your system, and suddenly, you're operating with the emotional intelligence of an angry toddler. This isn't a character flaw. It's biology trying to help you survive a saber-toothed tiger that no longer exists. But here's the twist most people miss. Your emotional reaction is actually their strategic victory. Every time you lose control, you've handed over your power to someone else. The person who triggered you now controls the direction of the conversation, the energy in the room, and ultimately, the outcome. Musashi understood this centuries ago. Mental calmness, not skill, is the sign of a matured samurai. When you master your internal storm, you become psychologically untouchable. Think about your last heated argument. You probably spent more time planning your vacation than preparing for that confrontation. We practice everything except the thing we need most, not reacting. Chapter 1. The Observer, Mind Awakening. What if I told you that you don't have to be your emotions? You can simply watch them. This is the observer mind, and it's your first weapon against emotional hijacking. Picture yourself watching clouds pass by in the sky. The clouds aren't you. They're just temporary weather patterns moving through your awareness. Your emotions work exactly the same way. Anger, fear, frustration, they're just mental weather passing through your consciousness. The moment you say, "I am feeling anger" instead of "I am angry," something fundamental shifts. You've just created space between your identity and your emotional state. That space is where your power lives. Here's how to activate your observer mind instantly. When you feel confrontation rising, mentally step back and narrate what's happening. I notice my heart rate increasing. I notice tension in my shoulders. I notice the urge to defend myself. Suddenly, you're watching the storm instead of being swept away by it. Try this right now. Think of someone who typically triggers you. Notice how just observing your reaction to that thought changes your relationship to it. Congratulations, you've just discovered the same mental technique that made Musashi undefeatable. Chapter 2. The Four Sicknesses Shield. Musashi identified 4 emotional states that destroy warriors in battle: anger, doubt, fear, and surprise. Plot twist. These same 4 emotions are destroying your meetings, relationships, and negotiations. Let's build your shield against each one. Anger makes you predictable. When you're angry, you telegraph your next move like a neon sign. The antidote? Channel that energy into laser focus instead of scattered rage. Ask yourself, what outcome do I actually want here? Doubt makes you hesitate at crucial moments. That voice saying, "Maybe I'm wrong," or "What if this backfires?" paralyzes your decision-making. Replace doubt with curiosity. Let me see where this leads. Fear makes you react defensively to everything, even non-threats. Transform fear into information gathering. What is this person really trying to communicate? Surprise happens when you're not paying attention to the emotional undercurrents. The solution is continuous awareness, always sensing the temperature of the room. Here's the beautiful irony. The same 4 emotions your opponent experiences become your strategic intelligence. When you're immune to these emotional viruses, you can clearly see when others are infected. Chapter 3. Strategic Breathing Arsenal. Every samurai's secret weapon wasn't steel, it was breath. Your breathing pattern directly controls your nervous system, and mastering it gives you instant access to unshakable calm. Here's Musashi's tactical breathing protocol. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. This isn't just relaxation, it's hacking your fight-or-flight response in real time. But timing is everything. Most people try to breathe their way out of anger after they're already triggered. The warrior breathes before the battle, not during the panic. Practice this pre-confrontation ritual. Before walking into that difficult conversation, Take 3 tactical breaths. Feel your heart rate settle, your thoughts clarify, your presence stabilize. You've just activated the same nervous system state that Musashi used before facing opponents with actual swords. During confrontation, use micro-breathing. 1 deep inhale before you speak. This creates a pause that prevents reactive responses and signals control to everyone watching. The person who controls their breath controls the energy of the entire interaction. Your calm breathing literally becomes contagious, influencing everyone around you. Chapter 4. The Boulder Body Method. Your body is either broadcasting confidence or advertising weakness. Musashi called this projecting unyielding mental strength, and it starts with becoming psychologically immovable. Lower your center of gravity. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, knees slightly bent, weight evenly distributed. You've just become a human boulder, stable, grounded, unshakable. This isn't just posture, it's rewiring your nervous system to feel internally powerful. Your eye contact strategy determines who has psychological advantage. Here's what most people get wrong. Staring is aggression, avoiding is submission. The sweet spot is calm, steady awareness, like a mountain observing the weather. Gesture minimalism amplifies your presence. When others are waving their hands around emotionally, you move with deliberate purpose. Every movement has intention. Every gesture has weight. Your approach angle matters more than you think. Enter confrontational spaces like you belong there, not like you're sneaking in or charging in. Walk with the confidence of someone who's already won. Physical presence isn't about intimidation. It's about communicating that you can't be emotionally moved. When your body projects unshakable calm, others unconsciously adjust their energy to match yours. Chapter 5. Silence as your secret weapon. The most expensive sound you can make is silence. While others fill every gap with defensive words, you wield pauses like a psychological scalpel. Strategic silence serves 3 purposes. It makes the other person uncomfortable enough to reveal their true intentions. It gives you time to choose your response instead of reacting. It signals that you're not desperate to defend yourself. Here's how to deploy it. When someone makes an accusation or provocation, count to 3 before responding. This isn't hesitation, it's strategic consideration. That pause changes the entire dynamic of the conversation. Use the echo response to defuse tension. So, what you're saying is, and reflect back their words calmly. This forces them to hear how they sound, and often makes them moderate their own tone. The minimal word principle maximizes impact. Instead of explaining, defending, or justifying, choose your words like each one costs money. The person who speaks least often speaks last. Think about it. Who seems more confident? The person frantically explaining themselves or the person calmly listening? Your silence becomes their spotlight, forcing them to examine their own behavior. Learn something new? Hit that like button, share it with others, tap subscribe, and stick around for more. Got thoughts? I'd love to hear them in the comments. Chapter 6. Reading the emotional battlefield. Every person is constantly broadcasting their emotional state. You just need to know the frequency. Before anyone speaks, they've already told you how to handle them. Fear shows up as overcompensation. Excessive volume, rapid speech, aggressive posturing, these are distress signals, not strength displays. When someone is trying too hard to seem powerful, they're actually advertising their insecurity. Anger reveals their trigger points. People get angry about what threatens them most. Their emotional reaction is a map to their vulnerabilities. Use this information for empathy, not exploitation. Watch their breathing patterns. Shallow, rapid breathing indicates stress. When you notice this, you can adjust your approach to reduce their defensive state. Emotional intelligence is knowing when to press forward and when to create space. Micro-expressions leak their true feelings. That flash of surprise, disappointment, or relief before they compose their face. That's the real conversation. Here's what's fascinating. Once you can read emotional weather patterns, you realize most confrontations aren't really about the surface topic. You're dealing with someone's deeper fear, shame, or unmet need. This understanding transforms you from opponent to ally. Chapter 7. The Water Strategy. Water adopts the shape of its receptacle. This is your guide to tactical adaptability in any confrontation. When someone comes at you with fire, be water. Their aggression crashes against your calm and dissipates. When someone tries to corner you with rigid logic, flow around their argument and address the emotion underneath. Shape-shifting responses keep opponents off balance. If they expect defensiveness, give them curiosity. Help me understand your perspective. If they expect argument, give them agreement. You're absolutely right about that part. Your unexpected response disrupts their entire strategy. The trickle-to-wild sea principle. Start gentle and only escalate if necessary. Most confrontations can be resolved at the trickle level if you match their energy correctly. Absorption and reflection technique. Take in their emotional energy, transform it through your calm processing, and return it as clarity. You become an emotional Aikido master, using their force to create resolution. The beautiful irony is that when you stop being solid against their pressure, they often lose interest in pushing. Water doesn't fight the rock. It simply finds the path around, over, or through. Chapter 8. Timing your psychological strikes. Understanding the rhythm of battle was Musashi's secret to perfect timing. Every confrontation has natural rhythms, and when you learn to read them, you know exactly when to act. The 3 timing strategies. Ken no sen means striking first, addressing issues before they escalate. Tai no sen means responding to their initiative, letting them reveal their strategy first. And waiting strategy means creating conditions for them to defeat themselves. Right moment recognition feels like everything clicking into place. You sense when their emotional guard is down, when they're genuinely listening, when they're ready for resolution. Patience versus hesitation balance. Patience is active waiting with purpose. Hesitation is frozen indecision. The warrior waits for the perfect opening. The hesitant person misses every opportunity. Momentum shift recognition. You'll feel when the tide turns in your favor. Their tone softens, their posture relaxes, their breathing deepens. This is when you move from defense to collaborative problem solving. The person who controls timing controls the outcome. When you master confrontational rhythm, you transform from reactive participant to conscious conductor. Chapter 9. Advanced deflection techniques. The master doesn't block the punch, he redirects the energy. These advanced techniques turn confrontational force into collaborative power. Question deflection mastery. When someone asks an aggressive question, redirect with curiosity. What's the real concern behind that question? You've just moved from defense to exploration. The strategic admission technique. Sometimes acknowledging a weakness creates strength. You might be right about that, disarms their attack, and opens space for real dialogue. People can't fight someone who's not fighting back. Rage redirection channels their emotional energy away from you and towards solutions. I can see this really matters to you. What would need to happen for you to feel heard? Suddenly their anger becomes fuel for problem solving instead of destruction. The mirror defense reflects their behavior back to them without judgment. I notice you're raising your voice. Is everything okay? This forces self-awareness without creating defensiveness. Here's what's beautiful about deflection. You're not avoiding the confrontation, you're upgrading it. Instead of a win-lose battle, you've created a mutual problem-solving session. Chapter 10. The Modern Warrior's Toolkit. Ancient wisdom meets modern problems. Your Musashi training now adapts to email wars, Zoom conflicts, and office politics. Digital confrontation strategy. Before hitting send on that heated email, apply the tactical breathing protocol. Write your emotional response, then rewrite your strategic response. The delete key is your digital sword. Meeting room dynamics. Enter with Boulder body posture. Choose your seat strategically, and use silence to let others expose their positions first. The person who stays calm controls the meeting's emotional temperature. Customer service applications. When facing an angry customer, use the echo response and emotional, current reading. Their frustration isn't personal, it's information about their unmet needs. Family argument alchemy. Apply the water strategy during holiday dinners. Flow around political debates and redirect toward shared values. Transform family conflict into family connection. Every confrontation is free training for the next level of your character development. The difficult coworker, challenging customer, or argumentative relative, they're all unconsciously helping you become unshakable. Each confrontation is a choice. Become reactive or become refined. Every difficult interaction is actually a character-building workout in disguise. Your legacy isn't built in comfortable moments, it's forged in the fires of conflict. People remember how you made them feel during difficult times, not during easy ones. When you stay calm while others lose control, you become someone people trust in crisis. The Daily Warrior Practice. Start small with minor irritations. Practice observer mind with slow internet, tactical breathing with traffic, and strategic silence with social media trolls. Every small victory builds your psychological muscle for larger battles. Self-confrontation mastery. Your biggest opponent is often your own reactive patterns. Use these techniques against your internal critic, your limiting beliefs, your fear of difficult conversations. Here's the ultimate truth. Staying calm in confrontation isn't about winning or losing. It's about becoming the person you're meant to be. You now possess the same mental tools that made Musashi legendary. You understand emotional storms, practice observer mind, deploy strategic silence, and read psychological battlefields. You've transformed from someone who reacts to someone who responds. Your calm is now your superpower, your peace is your strength, and your presence is your victory.